All right, guys, welcome back to the countdown. We are now at 5 days until I go to AM Worlds. I got 1 day of work left, and then it is pack, prep, get some sleep, and then hit the road to travel out to Missouri. So, without further ado, we are hopping back into the countdown of what is in my bag, and we are at the understable fairway drivers in it. I'm also incorporating my next step down of fairway drivers that I didn't talk about yesterday. They are slightly overstable like the Atari 80, but I didn't want to count them in yesterday just to kind of break it up a little bit. So, first off though, the understable fairways are Pekapekas. These are slowly becoming more of my go-to when I'm reaching for the fairway slot. Mainly at my home course because I do have a lot of tunnel shots where I want this to flip up and just glide. That's really the big thing with these. They are very understable. So again, 9, 6, -3, 1 is the numbers on this. When they're brand new, they do tend to just turn a little bit for my arm speed, which this one is newer than my white one, but once they're beat in like this bad boy, it actually becomes a roller disc for me. So I can throw this very hard out flatter on like a little bit of angle, and it'll completely flip over and become a roller for me. Where this one is more of like a hyzer flip shot for me. So I'll throw it on this angle and it'll flip up and just kind of ride straight for me and then have a very soft fade. Versus Atari 80 from yesterday where it's going to have that nice solid dependable fade. This one will be a little bit softer. So especially if I'm trying to finish more straight, I'll be throwing these. These are also my big Annie shots too. So if I'm trying to throw something that just gradually goes to the right, I'm throwing these. So that is the Pekapeka. And then like I said, back into like the stable slot, but much slower speed is the Huia. This is a 7502. I just really like these for forehands actually. I don't backhand these very often. Usually for this slot, I throw one of my mid-ranges that we'll talk about tomorrow, but for the backhand. But for forehands, I do love these. I actually have really been using this for a Annie forehand flex, so throw it out on this angle and it'll kind of come back that way for me at the end. It was actually huge for me in the PA State Champs that wearing this lovely sweatshirt, but that just happened 2 weekends ago. I played pretty well, was in second, and then finished the tournament in 7th after the 3rd round. But this was a huge disc for me in that tournament because I had a lot of those Annie flex forehands to get out of some rough spots in the woods. So, but that is 5 days remaining countdown. We got Pekapekas and Huias. Thanks. Join back tomorrow. Like I said, we will be going over some mid-ranges, so we'll see you then.